I like it.
All right.
All right, go ahead, dude.
All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Marathon Mortgage Happy Hour. We're not sure what this is. Is it a blog? Is it a mini podcast? Is it a podcast? We don't know where it's going to live or what we're going to do with it. It might just be me and Mike sitting in a conference room drinking a beer.
Yeah.
But regardless, thanks for tuning in. We're going to be doing it weekly, hopefully, and getting it up to you guys. And any comments that you guys have, feedback would be awesome. I'm Rory Farrell. I am a loan officer at Marathon Mortgage.
I am Michael Litzak. I am a loan officer at Marathon Mortgage. I'm really famous on Instagram and YouTube too, so you might want to check me out there.
Follow his personal accounts.
Yes.
I'm less famous, but hey, maybe this podcast will make me famous. The idea of this podcast is just kind of do a weekly check-in, some industry updates, any wins that we might have had throughout the week, but more importantly, me and Mike are going to split a beer on Friday and just kind of talk about what happened in the office and in our industry. So let's start off by cracking this beer.
Yeah, and just to kind of add to what you were saying too, I think it's a way for us to kind of recap everything. You can crack it, bro. You're fine.
I wanted to get the audio though.
Oh, good. Some ASMR. I like it. We just wanted a way to kind of gather up all the things that happened during the week and shoot them out, and this is a way we could look back and be like, oh man, remember when we were doing, we were working on 100% AMI, or we were working on this thing that's coming up, and we'd always look back. This is really dark beer, stout.
I'm glad you asked, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us a little bit more about the beer.
All right, so admittedly, I'd say you're probably not a beer guy as much as I am. Is that accurate? I mean, you
it's
just
extremely
were
accurate.
able to start drinking beer and like edit that part out. No, so I'm a big beer guy. I'm trying to get Mike into it a little bit more, and this is a perfect example of how we would do that. But it's kind of a crappy day outside, a little rainy, a little overcast, and this is a perfect beer for this kind of day. It's not actually that cold outside, so this is a black lager. So on those cold, wintry days, you're going to want more of a stout, port, or something like that, a little bit more robust, a little bit heavier. This is a similar beer in that it's dark, but it's lagered instead of used with ale yeast, and it just kind of keeps things a lot lighter and a lot crisper. So this one's like 5.3, and it is from Treehouse Brewing up in Boston, so one of the best breweries in the country.
You should probably tell them you used to work for like a beer company.
I used to work for a beer company. I used to work for a craft brewery, craft beer bar, restaurant.
You know a lot of it. You're an OG in the beer industry.
Brewed my own beer a bunch, just that kind of stuff. So I'm super interested in that kind of stuff, and I'm teaching you a little bit about that. So cheers.
Cheers, brother. First episode.
Yep, perfect beer for right now. Friday afternoon, rainy.
What's your rating? Scale 1 to 10. One sip.
I love black lagers. They're called Schwartz beers. I love them. So, and especially this time of year, I'd say this ranks up there. 8 out of 10.
That's a high score, dude. I give it like a 6-8, dude. It's good though.
All right, cool. Let's get into some industry stuff. So,
okay.
One thing that I thought was interesting that kind of has come out recently over the past couple of weeks that is going to help a lot of first-time home buyers is this 100% AMI first-time home buyer program. So essentially, it's a program that benefits, number one, first-time home buyers, and number two, buyers who are under the 100% area median income for the area. In our area, Bucks, Montgomery, Philly, Delco, that 100% income limit is around $105,000. So there's definitely a lot of first-time home buyers who are in that range. And effectively what it does is it really curtails how high of an interest rate they're going to be getting. So to kind of get into the weeds a little bit, there's not as many pricing adjustments on those rates. So a perfect example is I was quoting someone maybe a month and a half ago, rates were probably in the high sixes for this particular product. All of a sudden this guideline came out, and now they're in 5.99, 6%, 6 1/8. So I mean, it saved them $100 a month for doing nothing differently.
And to piggyback off what you were saying about the counties too, it does vary from county to county. Obviously, if you're in an area that has lower income or doesn't have as much of an economy as our area does, your pricing is going to be different because your AMI is going to be lower or higher depending on where it is. And I think it's 120% of a high income areas.
Maybe
it's 120% for the AMI there. If I'm wrong about that, I will edit on the screen, but I'm very positive I'm not wrong about that. So it varies from area to area, but in the area we're in, it's like 105 roughly.
Yeah. And one of the things that I find interesting about this product is that it's different from other income restricted products that are looking at household income. So for example, if me and Mike were buying a house together and I made $100,000 and let's say you made $100,000, if we didn't need your income, we could just use my income to stay underneath that income limit. We would still qualify even though our household income was $200,000. Same thing with, let's say you're a base salaried employee, but you also get bonus. So let's say that you qualify just on the base salary. We don't have to consider bonus. We don't have to consider overtime. We don't have to consider self-employment income that is extra, second job and self-employment income that would otherwise put you over that income limit.
Yeah, we could ignore all that.
So, so that's just it's something new, something cool, something
Huge
that I've been
help.
utilizing a lot. A lot of our borrowers are first-time home buyers, and it's new within the past month or so.
Yeah, especially it helps us be competitive too, right? So if you came to us, it's a way for us to be competitive in pricing and give you a good rate as well. So,
yep. One of the other things that I think is going to be a cool thing, or something that I want to bring into this podcast or vlog, is what are our wins? Any wins this week? This isn't necessarily anything that I had to do with, but it is a win for me because it was a transaction that was going away. It's a Jersey transaction somewhere in attorney review. Issues happened. The sellers were backing out during that period. And so we just kind of assumed that the loan was done, the deal was done, and they came back to me today and said, hey, sellers came back, loan's still on, deal's still on.
getting the loan up there, baby.
So that's one less loan that I lost this month.
Yeah.
So and everyone counts these days. It's definitely a tough market, and it's competitive. So even if you lose one a month, it hurts. So glad for them. I'm happy that they're not going to be out there on the search again. We were able to lock their rate in 2 weeks ago when rates were better, and keep that same rate now that rates are worse. So that's great for them as well. And
that's a huge. I didn't know that, really.
yep, yeah. I mean, in this
that's a
particular
huge
situation,
plus.
it worked out. So
Oh my god.
yeah, I mean,
wow.
their rate probably would have been at least a half a point,
point higher. Yeah.
So that's my win for the week.
Solid, dude. That's a good win. My win for the week is at the beginning of the year. Obviously, we all have New Year's goals and resolutions and things we want to do. One of those for me was to meet with a realtor a week. I've been pretty much on track for that.
It's tough. It's tough to nail down realtors.
It is tough to nail down a lot of people in this industry, and realtors are up there with getting them to sit down and going out to lunch with them and having meetings with them. So today I had lunch with a realtor. That was my one realtor for the week, and I actually met with two this week. So getting a little ahead of my goal there,
Banking 'em.
because I'm just a hustler. It's just what I do.
Where'd you guys go?
In my blood. The mill.
Oh, paper mill.
Oh, that was actually really good, by the way. Yes, it was good. You were right about that. It is BYOB. I didn't know that.
Well,
but-
it was lunch, but it's Friday, so.
Yes. So, and he mentioned he wanted to drink.
Shout out to the Moore family, Kevin Moore. I don't know if they still own it, but back in high school they owned it.
Shout out-
Excellent sandwiches.
Kevin Moore. I don't know who you are, but I hope you're doing good, man.
We'll tag him in this video.
Yeah, I'll tag him in this video. Yeah.
So yeah, nice win. I mean that's pretty much all I have for today. Sit here, finish beer. We just let the tape roll and just watch us finish our beer.
Yeah, that's fine.
That'll be good content.
Okay.
But anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I think you wrapped it up pretty good. You kind of
I'm good at this.
took the charge there. You did well. Yeah, you're more famous than I am at this point.
I will be.
So.
So if you guys have any questions, need anything from us, in our industry, we're available nights and weekends, email, cell, text, call,
24/7.
office.
I don't know if this is going to be on Instagram, YouTube, but wherever the bio is here, there's going to be our contact information. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow along. If you have any comments on what we should do content-wise, leave it down below. If you don't like what you saw, tell us down below. Any sort of criticism is good criticism. So thank you guys so much for watching. And, I guess we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cool.
Thank
Cheers.
you.